Hi guys, welcome back to Pilates with Beth and welcome to workout 21 of our intense Pilates program. Today we are doing a full body workout using the yoga block. A little bit different. So if you don't have a yoga block, you've got options. You can see the thickness, I'd say a few inches, 2 or 3 inches. I actually haven't looked it up, so I don't know how thick this is, but if you've got a thick book about that size, we can also use a book today or just something about this size. It's not heavy, we're not using it for weight, we're just using it for a little bit extra range. Okay, place your block to the side for a moment and we'll get started with a quick little warm up. So just come forward into a tabletop position, bringing your hands down underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. From here, curl your toes under and send your hips up high into a downward facing dog. Pressing the mat away with feet and hands. Just take a moment to start pedaling through your heels, alternating bending one knee at a time. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here. Just feeling a lovely stretch through the lower body. Guys, I can't believe we've nearly finished our 25 days. How's everyone feeling? It's gone quite fast, but the workouts have just been so long and intense. I hope you guys are seeing some results. I'm definitely feeling a lot stronger from doing the whole program myself. Anyway, let's take one more breath here. I've already started chatting. And when you're ready, drop those knees down. Uncurl your toes, press yourself back into a child's pose. Let's begin to warm up through the spine a little bit. On your inhale, pull yourself forward to tabletop. Exhale, drop those hips down, open the chest to cobra. Inhale, press back to that tabletop position. Exhale, send it all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale, drop the hips, open the chest to cobra. Inhale, send it back to tabletop. Exhale, press it all the way back. 2 more like this. I want you to take this nice and slow so you can take some nice deep breaths. Gently warming up through the core, opening the chest and stretching the spine. This move just feels so good. 1 more like this. Last one, meeting me back in your child's pose. From here, pull yourself back up into that tabletop position. Curl your toes back under. Send your hips up high into that downward facing dog. Again, we press the mat away. From here, just hold your feet steady and walk your hands back to meet them. Coming into a forward fold with your knees generously bent. Just let your upper body hang loose over your legs here. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Just letting your head be heavy. On your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, release them down. Let's begin. We're going to start standing today, guys, just to get the standing bit out of the way. So grab your block. This is going to be one-sided to begin with. So we're just going to use this right leg as our stabilizing leg. We'll be stepping the left leg back and forth. So place your block horizontal. Trying to think the difference between the two. In a horizontal position. Place your heel down on top of it so we come onto the balls of your feet. This is going to be our stabilizing leg, so lots of pressure. We'll be just tapping this left leg back and forth, but not to begin with. To begin with, we're just going to flatten that left foot down on the mat. Place your hands behind your head. Make sure we've always got that bend through the right leg. Elbows go nice and wide here. On your inhale, begin to hinge through the hips. Send your chest down to face the mat. You should feel a nice stretch through this right hamstring. Exhale, stand. See if you can squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, lower down into that hip hinge. Exhale to stand. Keep this going. So we're taking similar to a single leg deadlift here, just with no weight. So you should feel that nice contraction through your right hamstring. Making sure that you keep a nice straight back here, so we're not rounding forward into that hip hinge like this. We're keeping the chest open and the back straight. Draw your navel in towards your spine, contracting those core muscles. We take this nice and slow. 2 more like this, and then we add on another move. Remember that you're inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. Last one. Okay, this one requires a little bit more trust in that block, so make sure it's nice and secure under that heel. We'll be stepping that left leg back into a lunge after each hip hinge. Starting with the hip hinge on your inhale, same as before, we lower the chest down to face the mat. Exhale, come through standing. Inhale, step that left leg back to lunge. Exhale, stand. Inhale, hip hinge. Exhale, stand. Inhale, step back, lunge down. Exhale, stand. Keep this going. Since that heel is lifted, you might find that your lunge is a bit more of a narrow stance than usual, but that is fine. It's just going to work our quads and glutes a little bit more. We're here for 5 more. Lots of reps today. Make sure you're staying open through your chest. As you lower down into that lunge, try to make sure that that right knee is not going past your ankle. So it should be a nice 90-degree angle through that right leg. 2 more like this. Good job, everyone. Last one. Amazing. Meet me in standing. We're now just going to hold with those lunges. So on your inhale, lunge back. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale, lunge back. Exhale, stand it up. Good job. Keep this going. Slightly hinging forwards at your hips here to feel this in your right glute. Again, making sure you've got that nice 90-degree bend through the right leg. We're here for 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Amazing. Same move, but we add on a pulse. Lots of tension here, guys. On your inhale, step that leg back. We pulse, pulse. Exhale, step it in. Inhale, step back, pulse, pulse. Exhale, step it in. Good job. Are you feeling that burn through the right leg? We've only got 1 more move after this, so don't worry if you're getting a little bit shaky. We're nearly there. Keep those core muscles engaged for me, drawing navel into spine. 3 more. Amazing. Last 2. On this last one, we hold in that lunge, so take your pulses. From here, we take 10 more pulses. We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in that lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it all the way in. Well done, guys. Step off of that block for a moment. Take a big breath in to reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs, reaching for shins or toes, wherever feels good to you. Option to straighten through the legs if you'd like that deeper release in the hamstrings. 1 more deep breath here. Okay, grab that block. We're not taking it to the other side just yet. We're going to give our legs a bit of a break. Place your block down horizontally at the back of your mat. This is really challenging me with horizontal and vertical. Begin by reaching your arms up, big breath in. Exhale, dive forward. From here, walk your hands towards the top of the mat. And from here, step your feet back on that block. So we're pressing up here into a downward facing dog. As you step on that block, make sure that the balls of your feet are towards the front edge of that block. So your toes are slightly hanging over. It's just going to avoid the block tipping back. So we're meeting in this downward facing dog with a nice narrow stance. Let's begin by moving from downward facing dog to plank. So on your inhale, pull forward to plank, shoulders come over your wrists, slight tuck of the tailbone. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, draw that navel in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job, keep this going. This move requires a lot of control because we're really focusing on not losing balance on that block. Takes a little bit extra core work, which is what we love. Make sure you're taking this move super slow. Nice big breath in, pull forward and out, shift back. 4 more like this, bringing your shoulders in line with your wrists as you shift forward, keeping that nice straight back. So slight lift of the glutes, drawing the navel in. 2 more. We begin to add in a knee pull after this one. Meet me in that downward facing dog. Okay. Starting off with this right leg, take an inhale to pull yourself forward to plank and hold. Exhale, draw the right knee in. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, downward facing dog, straight to the other side. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knee pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep this going. Building the tension in the upper back and the arms. Are you feeling it? Oh. We only got 1 plank series today, guys, don't worry. So this is the last of your planks already. Well, after this series, we've got a few more exercises in this series. 2 more on each side after this one. Nice and slow. Remember, sync it with your breath. Keep drawing that navel in. 1 more of these on each side. You're doing so well. Last one. Good job. Let's just hold in that plank and take our knee pulls. So shift yourself forward. We exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Keep this going. You're doing so well. Keep that back nice and straight for me. 2 more of these on each side. 1 more on each side. And when you're ready, press back to that downward facing dog. Take a moment to step your feet off of that block. Just take a moment to relax through the upper body. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Coming into that forward fold. Grab onto your block and let's take it to the other side. So just place that block down horizontally and place your left heel on the block. So we come on to the balls of the left foot. Okay, interlace your hands behind your head. Keep a nice bend through that left leg. And let's go back to our hip hinges. On your inhale, hinge at the hips. Bring your chest down to face the mat. Nice flat back. Exhale, stand it up. Try and squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lower all the way down. Exhale to stand. Well done. Keep it going. Nice. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, making sure you're feeling that lovely stretch through the left hamstring as you lower down. So as you lower, you should feel a pull through that hamstring. Not a bad pull, a stretch pull. Not a I've injured my muscle pull. Keep your back as straight as you can, drawing navel to spine. 2 more like this, and then we begin to add on that lunge. Last one. And meet me in standing. Bringing in that lunge now. Let's start with those hip hinges. Inhale, lower the chest down towards the mat. Exhale, stand. Inhale, step that right leg back to lunge. Exhale, stand. Inhale, hip hinge. Exhale, stand. Inhale, lunge back. Exhale, stand. Keep this going. Feeling this through that left glute. Making sure as you step back to that lunge that left leg is in a nice 90-degree angle. So your knee isn't going past your toes. 3 more like this. Then we just hold with those lunges. Good job, guys. 4, 2. Last one. Is anyone else getting a bit wobbly with me? Legs are shaky. And meet me in standing. Let's just hold with those lunges. Inhale, step back. Exhale, stand. Inhale, step back. Exhale, stand. Keep it going. Slight forward hinge from the hips to feel this a little bit more through that left glute. We're here for 5 more. Good job. 4. Keep those elbows wide for me. 3. 4, 2. We begin to add on those pulses after this one. Amazing. Step back into that lunge. We pulse, pulse, step it back in. Inhale, step back, pulse, pulse. Exhale, step in. Good job. You've got it. Inhaling as you step back. Exhaling as you step it back in. Guys, my heart rate, can you hear how out of breath I am? I should have labelled this a cardio workout. Well, we've got inspiration for the next one. 4 more like this, and then we just hold with those pulses. 4, 3. And 2. Last one. Meet me back in that lunge. Take your pulses, and then we pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in and step off that block. Well done, guys. Just move it out of the way for a minute. Take a big breath in to reach for the sky. Exhale, dive forward to fold. Option to straighten through the legs here if you'd like that deeper stretch through your hamstrings. If not, feel free to bend through your knees, whichever feels good to you. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Relieving that tension. And when you're ready, let's take it all the way down to the mat. Starting off in a tabletop position. So place that block down horizontally towards the front edge of the mat, and then just place your hands either side of that block. Shift your weight forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists, and then just bring your knees hip distance apart. Curl your toes under, and let's start taking some bear holds. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your knees a couple of inches off of the mat. Inhale, place them down. Exhale, lift them up. Good job, keep it going. Contracting those core muscles as you lift, pulling your navel up and in towards your spine. Keeping your back as straight as you can here. We've got 5 more. Try to make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. 4. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Your gaze is towards that block, maybe a little bit higher. 4, 2, and 1. Okay, now in that bear hold, we'll place both hands on the block. Let me explain. We start with our bear hold, so lift your knees a couple of inches off of the mat and hold them there. We step the left hand onto the block. Step the right hand on the block. Step the right hand off. Step the left hand off. Release the knees down. We lift the knees. Right hand comes onto the block. Left hand comes onto the block. Take each of them off and lower down. Keep this going. So just taking your hands, placing them on the block in that bear hold. Should really start to feel this in your upper back and your shoulders. As you place your hands on the block, try to place them towards the center of the block, just to avoid the block rocking from left to right. 3 more like this. Are we feeling those shoulders? 4, 2. Last one. And lower those knees down, guys. I think you know what I've got for you next. We're gonna hold in that bear lift and just take the hands on and off of the mat. No resting the knees. When you're ready, lift your knees up into that bear hold. Left hand comes onto the block. And right. Right comes off, left comes off. Right goes on, left goes on, left goes off, right goes on. Keep this going. Trying to alternate which hand you put on first, if you can. If that's too much to think about, please don't worry. Try to avoid rocking in the hips here. Keep those core muscles engaged. Let's take 3 more rounds of this. Amazing. 4, 2. Keep that back nice and flat. Last one. Meet me with both hands on the block. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands off of the block. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those knees down. God, did you hear that thud as they hit the mat? Send your glutes back to meet your heels. Stretch those hands forward, coming into a quick child's pose. Let your forehead rest down towards the mat, feeling a deep stretch through the shoulders and upper back. A couple of breaths here, and then we'll take it all the way down to our backs. Good job. When you're ready, guys, come into a seat and let's take it all the way down to our back. So just place that block out the way for a moment so you can come to lie down. And we're going to start with some abs. So both of these series that we're going to do back to back are single side series. So we'll just repeat them both. Starting by holding your block, hold it vertically this time and place it on this left thigh, bringing that knee to 90 degrees. We're going to hold that block in the right hand, so we're holding it through the diagonal. Bring your right knee to a tabletop position, and we'll begin by extending and bending that right leg. Just place your left hand down by your hips. As you inhale, extend that leg out long. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Good job. Keep this going throughout this move. make sure that you're pressing your lower back down into the mat. If you find it's arching, just don't extend your leg all the way out long. Maybe just extend it to the diagonal. 3 more like this. 4, 2. Last one. Good job. Let's bring in a dead bug. So reach that left arm straight in front of your chest. We'll be extending both. On your inhale, reach that arm back, leg goes out long. Exhale, bring them both to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring them back through center. Good job. Keep this going. Drawing your navel in towards your spine. Flattening through the stomach. Amazing. Think about creating one long line from fingertips to toes as you outstretch your body. 4 more like this. Amazing. Nice and slow. Big inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. 4, 3. Point through your toes. Lots of length here. 4, 2. Last one. Meet me back through center. Okay. Let's take some straight leg dead bugs, but now lifting into a crunch as we move through center. Extend your right leg so your toes point up towards the sky. Same as before, we inhale, extend out long. Exhale, move through center. This time we sweep the arm all the way forward, lift the shoulder blades. Inhale, lower it all the way down. Exhale, sweep it forward, lift to crunch. Inhale, lower. Good job. Left leg and right arm stay exactly where they are. We're only moving left arm and right leg. As you sweep forward to crunch, see if you can lift your shoulder blades all the way off of the mat, peeling your upper back completely off of the mat. 4 more like this. You can do it. 4, 3. Flattening through the stomach as you crunch, pull those abs in. 4, 2. Last one. On this one, we hold lifted in that crunch. Inhale, lower your leg down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good job. Keep this going. Point through the toes. Elongate that leg. Amazing. Use the strength of your lower abs to lift and lower that leg rather than your hips. 4 more like this. Keep those shoulder blades peeled off of the mat. 4, 3. And 2. Last one. Hold that leg up to the sky. Grab the block in both of your hands and extend your left leg out long in line with the mat. We sweep the block under that right leg, lift to crunch. Switch the legs, reach it under. Switch the legs, sweep it under. So we're creating a figure of 8 with that block between the legs. Keep those shoulder blades lifted off of the mat. 4 more. Amazing. 4, 3. Keep those legs as straight as you can. 2. Last one. Amazing. Bend both of your knees. Take a moment to hug them in towards your chest, just relieving some of that tension. And then when you're ready, place the block down underneath your left foot. So your left foot is completely flattened against that block. Okay, moving into our bridges, make sure that your heels are shuffled in nice and close towards your glutes. And we'll begin by lifting up into a bridge. So take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your hips up to bridge, press the hips up to the sky, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lower down to tap the tailbone. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, lower. Good job. Keep this going nice and slow, giving those abs a little bit of a break, moving back onto the glutes. Remember to really squeeze your glutes at the top, keeping your hips as level as you can here, and pressing your weight down into your heels. You'll feel like your left leg is working a little bit harder here, but that is what we want, because we'll be moving into single leg bridges, so it's got a little bit more hard work to go yet. 3 more like this, guys. 4, 2. We add on a leg extension in 1. Amazing. When you're ready, exhale to lift yourself back up to bridge and hold. Inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, lower the hips. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, lower the hips. Good job. Keep this going. Squeezing those glutes at the top, keeping your hips high and level. You'll feel your glutes and your hamstrings switching on. Extend that leg as straight as you can for me as you point your toes up to the sky. 2 more, and then we bring in some leg lifts. Last one. Amazing. Meet me with your hips back down on the mat. We're now going to hold lifted and take some leg lifts. So when you're ready, big exhale to lift your hips up to bridge. Inhale, extend that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, flex the foot, lower that leg down. Inhale, point the toes, lift it up. Exhale, flex, lower. Inhale, point, lift. Amazing. Lift those hips as high as you can for me. Really squeeze through your glutes. Make sure your weight is in your shoulder blades here. 4, 3. 1 more move. In 2. After this one, meet me with your foot extended up towards the sky and reach both of your arms straight in front of your chest. Inhale, flex the foot, lower your hips down, reach the arms back. Inhale, point the toes, lift it all back up to center. Flex the foot, lower everything down. Point the toes, lift it up. Flex, lower everything down. Point, lift it up. Amazing. Last move here in our bridge. We've got 4 more. Whew. Are we feeling that glute? 4, 3. Amazing. 2. Last one, guys. Lower everything down and then take a moment to hug that left knee in towards your chest. Feeling a nice stretch through that glute, taking a moment to relieve that tension. We'll take a couple of breaths here and then we'll take it straight back to the abs. My glute feels bruised. Does yours? Oh, she's hurting. Okay. Let's finish up, guys, with our last 2 series. So take that block, hold it vertically, place it against that right thigh, bringing the right leg to a 90-degree angle. Hold the block in your left hand to keep it stable on that leg. Just place your right hand down by your hips to begin with. Lift your left knee to that 90-degree angle and we'll begin extending the leg. On your inhale, extend the leg out long. Exhale, bend. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bend. You've got it. Keep it going. Pointing the toes. Extending that leg out long as you can. Make sure that your lower back is flattened down against the mat here. You know that if it's arching, just extend that leg a little bit higher, maybe just to the diagonal if that feels better to you. 4 more like this, and then we bring in some dead bugs. Well done. For 3, create that lovely long line as you extend. 2. Last one. And bring the knees back to 90 degrees. Let's move into that dead bug. Extend your right leg all the way up. On your inhale, extend arm and leg out long. Exhale, move through center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Amazing. Keep this going. Make sure that your lower back is flattened down against the mat. Pull those abs in, contracting those core muscles. 4 more like this. And then we move into our straight leg variation. For 3. Creating one long line from fingertips to toes. Last one. Amazing. Move through center. Extend that left leg straight up. Toes point to the sky. Same as before. We inhale, extend both out long. Exhale, lift. Sweep the arm forward. Lift the shoulder blades. Inhale, lower. Extend. Exhale, lift. Sweep it up. Good job. Keep this going. Is anyone feeling their left bicep? Oh my goodness, it actually really hurts. Holding this block there is really training the bicep. Who would have known? I didn't expect that. Get a little upper body workout here as well. Full body move. 3 more. 4, 2. Last one. On this one, we hold lifted in that crunch position. Inhale, lower your leg down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, point the toes. Exhale, lift. Amazing. Keep those shoulder blades off of the mat for me. You're doing so well. We're nearly done with the abs. 4 more, and then we move into those figure of 8s. Keep that back flattened against the mat. For 3. Last 2. And 1. Meet me with that leg extended, toes point up. Hold the block in both of your hands and extend that right leg out long in line with the mat. We begin to figure of 8. Lift it behind your left leg. Switch the legs, sweep it behind. We switch and sweep. Switch and sweep. Amazing. Straightening your legs as much as you can here. Keep those shoulder blades lifted off of the mat. Amazing. 4, 5, 4, 3. Embrace that shake. 4, 2. Last one. Amazing. Bend both of your knees. Take a moment to hug them in towards your chest. 1 more series, guys. Today it feels like such a full body burn. Goodness, everything has burned at one point. That's exactly what I wanted. Place that block down vertically and place your right foot on that block. Just make sure it's nice and secure, placing your foot nice and flat against the block. Make sure that those heels are shuffled in. And let's return to those bridges. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, begin to lift your glutes off of the mat. Press those hips up to the sky. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lower down, tap the tailbone. Exhale, lift it all the way up, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, lower it down. Keep this going, drawing navel to spine, engaging those core muscles. Squeeze those glutes as much as you can at the top. Good job, guys. Getting ready to feel the burn through that right leg. Those bridges attacked my left glute. The right one will be feeling the same soon. But this is the last series, so we get to rest completely after this. 3 more, and then we begin to add in that leg extension. Try to place your weight down into your heels. For 2. We add on that leg extension after this one. Lower those hips down. We exhale, lift to bridge. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, place that foot down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bridge. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lower. Amazing. Keep this going, squeezing those glutes at the top. Press your hips up to the sky, keeping them as level as you can. This is where the burn really starts coming in, and it just intensifies. Is anyone else feeling it right now? 3 more like this, and then we bring in those leg lifts. For 2, really squeeze that glute. Last one. Amazing. Meet me with your hips back down on the mat. And let's move into those leg lifts. Okay. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your hips to bridge. Inhale, extend that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, flex the foot, lower it down. Inhale, point the toes, lift it up. We flex the foot, lower down. Point the toes, lift it up. Amazing. Keep this going. Lots of length as we straighten that leg up to the sky. Feeling that beautiful calf stretch as we lower it down. Keep those hips high and lifted for me. For 2 more. Then we move into those arm extensions. Last one. Meet me with your toes pointed up to the sky. Extend your arms straight in front of your chest. This time we flex the foot. Inhale, lower everything down. Point the toes. Exhale, lift it up. Flex the foot. Inhale, lower the hips down. Point the toes. Exhale, lift it up. Super strong move, guys. This is our last move of class before we stretch it out. Try and keep those hips high and level for me in your bridge. We've got 4 more after this one. Keep it going. Just 3 more. Squeeze that glute as much as you can at the top. For 2. Last one. Extend that leg all the way out long, reach the arms back and rest your hips down. Hug that right knee in towards your chest, pulling it in, feeling that lovely stretch through the glutes. Who else's glute is feeling absolutely bruised? And inner thigh and hamstring. Goodness me, that hits it all. Okay, let's place the block out of the way. And we'll take a moment to stretch it out. So place your feet mat distance apart so you've got a nice wide stance. Open your arms out into cactus, shuffling the shoulder blades together so they're at 90-degree angles, the arms are. On your inhale, drop your knees down to the left side of the mat. Exhale, lift them to center. Inhale, drop to the right. Exhale, lift to center. Keep this going. Feeling a lovely stretch through the thighs, the hips, and the abs. Let's take 2 more of these on each side. Taking some nice deep breaths, calming everything down. Just 1 more on each side. Last one. And bring your knees back to center. Move up to sit on your glutes. And we're going to stretch those hamstrings and abs out a little bit. So, extend your left leg out to the side. So your hips face the side of the mat, well, they face me. Left leg is extended all the way out long. Flex that foot. Try to place your weight down evenly in your seat bones. Take an inhale to reach both arms out. Exhale, side bend over that left leg. Feeling a nice stretch through the right side of the waist. Actively reaching towards that foot without sinking in the chest. So we don't want to be pulling the arm in front of our chest. Just actively opening through the chest, reaching towards that foot. A lot of people, guys, will be able to touch their feet here, but I am not that flexible at the moment. So whatever this stretch looks like for you, just make sure you're feeling a nice deep stretch through the hamstring and through your obliques. 1 more deep breath here. And release back to center, switching sides. Left leg comes in, right leg goes out long. This leg is even less flexible. Reach both of your arms out, side bend over that right leg. Staying nice and open through the chest here. We'll take a couple of deep breaths in this pose. Release that arm down and now bring the soles of your feet together. Knees will open apart. Either hold onto your ankles or cradle the feet with the hands. Take a moment to pull those shoulders back, open the chest. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold over your legs, actively drawing your knees down towards the mat, feeling a nice stretch in your hips, glutes, and inner thighs. A couple of breaths here. When you're ready, release from this stretch and we'll finish with some side bends. So just come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Take an inhale to reach both arms out. Exhale to side bend. We hold here. Inhale, round forward over your legs. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale to bend. Inhale, round forward over those legs. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. 1 more of these in each direction, rounding as far forward over your legs as you can, feeling that lovely stretch through the spine and the upper back. Last one. And when you're ready, lift back to center. Well done, guys. That is your full body Pilates class done for today. How did you find it? Let me know in the comments down below. That block, although it's got no weight, it just adds in so much more intensity. What do you think? Let me know. Did you use a book or a block? I'm interested to see what else we can be using. Just random bits from our house. So yeah, let me know how you got on in the comments down below. I always love hearing from you and I love working out with you. I will see you in our next workout tomorrow. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.